Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nick Flow Show. I'm your host, Nick Flow. Today, after much request and much anticipation, I will be showing you guys my tank and spank build. That's right, the half tank, half DPS build, and it's starting right now.
This is a Chuki beat.
Now, as you can see here, now gear won't matter for the most part because you're always going to try to get the best gear you can. Now, I would recommend getting the highest level tier gear you can. Now, for me, every once in a while, I will run the Frostborn set just because I get the 5% Everfrost damage resistance, and when I run FBI, that's extremely helpful. It was really easy for me to obtain and get it up to this level, which I only use once in a while. So for you guys, just get what you can when you can. As far as offense, I go with Radiant Enchantments, and as far as defense, I run with Azure Enchantments. As you can see here, I am running my Pure Lightning enchantment, and let me say something. Now, I'd be the first one to admit that I feel there are better enchantments for a tank. Tear is awesome. Anything that affects the mob or the ad or the monster that you're trying to kill, anything that affects them and restricts them from attacking you, and you know, whether it's stunning them or stunning them or whatever it is that you're doing with the Tear enchantment is awesome. Fade Touch is another amazing one. And what's the other one? Plague Fire. Holy as well, because you'll be healing your teammates, and it's all about survivability. And see, but for this build, we are damage. I love the lightning. I love the animation. Mod 11's been amazing, which is why we're running Radiant Enchantments. I'm lucky enough to have some rank 12s. Double RP is coming up for PlayStation 4 very soon, you guys, and we're really excited for that. Now, just a little sneak peek at some of my stuff here. So we're actually working on it. We're 34-44. As far as our stats, I went all strength and constitution. Strength gives you the stamina regeneration and damage bonus we love. And then our action point gain and maximum hit points for our tankiness. Then, as you can see over here, my power, crit, and armor pen are pretty well up there. Defense is substantial, and we really need to get our deflect up. But other than that, guys, this build will let you stay alive. It'll let you kill everything when it comes to solo content, group content, and most importantly, tanking. Because we are a tank, and that's the most important thing. And so let's get right into the mounts, because it's very important. One thing I want to show you, let's say you don't know what kind of insignias your mounts already have, just put them in your stable. And as you can see here, my polar bear has one, my armored polar bear has multiple, as you can see that. So you just want to go in there and check what they have before you go buying any mounts. Now for me, I went all heals, you guys. As you can see, 4 out of the 5 are for healing. The only one that isn't is the Wanderer's Fortune, which you need it. You need it for the free refinement. Double RP's on the way. Can't stress that enough. It's the Holy Grail. It's literally the Holy Grail. It's like Christmas. Christmas in spring. But as you can see, Champions Return, we get a heal over time, heal over time, heal over time. This is where you get your tankiness, your survivability. You hide behind that shield. This build will let you pull aggro, hold aggro, and just be a boss. And I'd also like to mention that it doesn't matter what color insignia you put in here. I mean, the stronger the insignia, the more stats you get, because all of these stats here, they all go straight to you. They don't go to your mount, they go straight to you. So all you need is green ones to activate the insignia bonus, but obviously the higher tier, the more stats you're gonna get from them. Now, as for my companions, I am still running the Con Artist. He was the master in 10.5, and one thing people fail to look at is the powers when it comes to companion hunting. and this companion debuffs the target for 10% of their defense, which translates into 10% more damage for you and your team, which is absolutely fantastic.
This is a Chuki production.
So there's my companions. For my boons, I don't have them all unlocked yet, so I'll let you guys take a quick look at them. I can tell you all of these are pretty much DPS minded, but the damage we put out and the tankiness we're able to maintain, this is my favorite build. Here's the feats. We went down the conquer path. It gives us the reckless attacker. A lot of these feats are just extremely brutal, you guys. If you want to tank and you want to spank, this is how you want to do it. Conquer and then tactician, because you want to get the rousing speech. Allies within 30 of you gain action points, so we're getting 5% faster action points for our squad. As far as this, I used to go As far as the heroic feats, I used to go with weapon mastery, but with mod 11, power is more valuable to me, so I went with radiance and I stacked more power. I would also advise maybe going with brutals. Brutals are a little bit more expensive, but they give you power and crit. And lastly, the powers, you guys. The powers, the one thing I love about powers in this game is that they give you a lot of them because they're all situational. You know, it depends if you're doing PvP, if you're doing solo content, if you're wanting more AoE abilities, if you need more single target or damage over time. It depends what you're doing. Mod 11.5 is going to come out, is going to give us the loadout features, which is going to let us swap out our feats and our powers and all that good stuff. It's going to be amazing. But as far as powers, you guys, let's say I'm going to tank CN. I use Commander Strike to help my DPSs do more damage. I use Iron Warrior. A lot of people sleep on this ability. You get temporary hit points, stamina regen, 200% more threat, and most importantly 30% increased damage resistance. So you're taking those hits from him, your stamina stays high, and then of course always into the fray. Into the fray is just a staple, you guys. Into the fray is a huge buff for yourself and for your teammates. That's how I tank Orcus. I mean, it's as simple as that. This build just gives me the freedom to do everything. I love this build. If you have any questions about this build, let me know. Obviously, I'm not the most thorough, but I do kind of want to make this a quicker video. Don't want to stay blabbing for too long. But if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment box below, you guys. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget, we are doing a little giveaway Rooski on the 28th, so make sure there's still 10 days for that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for your time. I'm Tank Hill. I'm Nick Flow of the Nick Flow Show, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.